Hello, Homestead team. I'm Chaplain Robert Terrell, and this is your November 6, 2023 Monday Motivator. I'm in the midst of a wonderful fall day in central Wisconsin. You'll probably see some leaves falling around me. It's slightly breezy, and it's just that wonderful temperature where you need a windbreaker, and that's about it. Makes for wonderful days of walking my dog, and that's what I want to talk to you about today. Because the other day I was walking my dog Lucy, who many of you have seen on the video before, and well, about halfway through a 2-mile walk, I got a little small stone in my shoe. You've probably experienced it before. It's big enough to where it bothers you, but not so big that you can't walk. And I immediately did that mental calculation of, can I put up with this small amount of pain until I can get to a spot where I can easily remove my shoe? Because I was in the midst of the walk. I was about a mile away from my house. I had a cup of coffee with me and my dog, which meant that my hands were full, and I was going to have to figure out how to control her when I was taking my shoe off, because anything unusual throws her off, and how to make sure my coffee didn't spill. And there was no place for me to sit down, and I had to worry about traffic. Was I okay dealing with a small amount of pain, or did I want to deal with the larger amount of pain and inconvenience that was going to happen if I stopped and removed the stone from my shoe? We all have so many small things in our life. Sometimes they're just small inconveniences. Think of the things that are probably going on in your car that you just haven't felt like having fixed. But sometimes we have things that are small that lead to larger things. Such as, if I'd left that stone in my shoe, well, you've probably had it happen before, where a small irritant became enough to develop a blister that became a big irritant. I had to stop and remove that rock from my shoe because it was going to end up causing actual damage to my foot if I didn't do it. I had to deal with the larger pain, even though I could have, just managed the small pain. Sometimes there's things in our life that aren't just about inconvenience. Sometimes there's character issues. My faith teaches me that it is always better to deal with the small amount of pain first and avoid the larger pain later on. It's worth it to put in the effort that it's going to take to fix a problem so that we don't deal with the larger problem later on. Sometimes that's emotionally, sometimes that's relationally, sometimes it's spiritually, sometimes it's economic, sometimes it's just stuff around us in our lives. It's so easy to put up with small pain, but it's almost always better to face the larger inconvenience or the larger pain to fix it and make it right. I'd love to hear what small pain you have dealt with all of your life that you just put up with until one day you finally realized, I can fix this. And if you're like me, quite often find that it was nowhere near as big an issue as you thought it was. My contact information is always at the end of these videos. And if you remember nothing else from this video, what I hope you remember is this. Our CEO, God cares for you, and so do I. Have a great week. I hope you don't have any small inconveniences in your life.